Did you know that something incredible is happening inside you and all around you? Right now it's called diffusion. So what is diffusion? It's the movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Picture a crowded room. People naturally want to spread out, moving from where it's packed to where there's more space. That's diffusion in action. Liquid and gases undergo diffusion as the molecules move randomly. From the air we breathe to the way cells get nutrients, diffusion is essential for life itself. Now let's understand the types of diffusion. Let's start with simple diffusion. Imagine a cell membrane as a gatekeeper, controlling what goes in and out of the cell. In simple diffusion, small molecules like oxygen or water can slip through tiny gaps in this gate without any help. Think of it like this. You're at a concert, and there's a side door propped open. You're small enough to slip through without anyone noticing, right? That's simple diffusion. Bacteria use this process to absorb nutrients, water, and even oxygen. Larger molecules or those with a charge need a special pass, which brings us to our next type of diffusion. Sometimes molecules are too big or too important to just slip through the cell membrane. That's where facilitated diffusion comes in. It's like having a VIP pass. Special proteins embedded in the cell membrane act as helpers, providing a pathway for these larger molecules to cross. Think of it like a revolving door at a fancy hotel. It's still diffusion molecules are moving from high concentration to low concentration, but they need that revolving door to help them through. This process is super important for moving things like glucose, our body's energy source, into cells. Now, let's take our understanding of diffusion outside the cell and into our kitchens. Have you ever watched a tea bag steep in hot water? That's diffusion in action. The tea leaves inside the bag contain compounds that give tea its color and flavor. When the bag is placed in hot water, these compounds start to spread out, moving from a high concentration inside the bag to a lower concentration, the surrounding water. The hotter the water, the faster the diffusion. So, next time you enjoy a cup of tea, remember the amazing science of diffusion at work. Ever notice how quickly you can smell something, even from across the room? That's diffusion in action too. When you spray perfume, air freshener, or even light a scented candle, you're releasing tiny odor molecules into the air. These molecules are in high concentration right around the source, but they want to spread out to where there's less of them. So they diffuse through the air, moving randomly until they reach your nose. It's like a game of molecular hide and seek, and your nose is the seeker. Diffusion isn't just for tea and perfume, it's also a star player in the kitchen. Think about what happens when you stir sugar into your lemonade or iced tea. At first, the sugar might clump together at the bottom, but as you stir, you're helping those sugar molecules spread out and dissolve into the liquid. Even without stirring, diffusion will do the job, just a bit more slowly. The sugar molecules gradually move from a high concentration, the clump at the bottom, to a lower concentration, the rest of the drink, until the sweetness is evenly distributed. That's why you don't need to stir your drink forever. Diffusion is working behind the scenes to create a perfectly sweetened beverage. So there you have it, explorers of science. Diffusion is happening all around us, from the smallest cells to the air we breathe and the drinks we enjoy. Next time you see something spreading out, whether it's the smell of freshly baked cookies or the color of a dye swirling in water, remember the invisible force at work, diffusion. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and remember, science rules.